guys, Brian with Cajun Cardboard coming at you from the great state of Louisiana. This is going to be airing on Friday, September, I guess that would be the 2nd. This is Explore the Card, episode number 39. And for this episode, I decided to go with a monster and probably the most recognizable Jordan insert of all time. The 1986 Fleer sticker number 8 that you see on your screen. Beautiful, iconic insert, one of Jordan's earliest inserts, if not his earliest insert. Let's not waste any time. I want to get you guys cranking because there's a lot to talk about in this, and I could literally make this a 2-hour video, but I'm going to try to keep this to 35, 40 minutes at the most. We've got pulled up on Trading Card Database, as always, the 1986 Fleer base set. Obviously, these insert stickers come out of the 1986 Fleer set, which is, in my opinion, the greatest basketball set ever made. I know across all sports, many people would argue it's still the greatest set in sports cards history. Some would say 52 Topps, T206, some of that stuff. Again, I'm not an expert in any of those other sports, but from a basketball collector perspective and somebody who was alive when this set came out and got to buy a few packs of this when they came out in 1986, I think this is the greatest set of all time. I think it's the most collectible set of all time. And just everything about it checks many, many boxes, including, the gap in years when there was a pack pulled product released. I think there's a gap from 1981 Topps all the way until 1986 Fleer. But enough about the base set. I've just got it pulled up here because I wanted to kind of show you guys. It's a 132 card set for those of you not familiar with it. There's an 11 card sticker set. It's the only insert set that goes with the 1986 Fleer. And those stickers, as we're about to see in just a second, were included 1 in 1 pack. So every pack that you opened, you get a sticker card. So not the rarest insert out there, and there are 11 of them. So Michael Jordan is 1 out of every 11 packs. But that's just the beginning, just the tip of the iceberg, just the beginning of the story. But let's talk about this 86 Fleer set. There's 132 cards in the base set. I want to click over here and show you guys the rookies. And again, I'm not going to get into one of these star versus 1986 Fleer arguments. I'm just not going to do it. I think these are all rookie cards for all of these players. That's my personal opinion for a myriad of factors. If you want to know more about it, just go Google, what is Jordan's true rookie card or star versus Jordan, or go watch my Explore the Card episode number 25. There's a million different theories and approaches and opinions regarding whether his 84 star number 101 is his rookie, or whether this 1986 Fleer number 57 that you see on your screen is his rookie. But what I'm going to show you, and I'm going to presume, I'm going to move under the presumption that these are all rookie cards because they say RC next to them and because I think they're rookie cards. But 69 rookie cards in this 1986 Fleer set. Again, just to make clear to those of you who are new to the hobby or new to set collector, or maybe just new to this particular set from the 1980s, there was a gap where Fleer, Topps, nobody produced cards from 1982, 83, 84, 85, except for Star. The Star cards were disseminated and distributed in cellophane team bags. And so if you bought a team, you got the bag. If you bought a subset, you got the entire set. It wasn't a deal where you open a pack and you just don't know what you're getting. And so for that reason, no cards were produced in 82. And then Fleer came along, and then Star came along, but there was a huge gap between pack pulled cards, and for that reason, 1986 Fleer yields 69 rookie cards here. As you can see, a lot of the greatest names that have ever done it. Let's talk about the Hall of Fame rookie cards that are in this set. Hall of Famers only. There are 29 Hall of Famers cards in 1986 Fleer, and there are 12, by my count, 12 Hall of Fame rookie cards. We are talking Charles Barkley, Clyde Drexler, Joe Dumars, Patrick Ewing, Michael Jordan, Karl Malone, Chris Mullin, Olajuwon, Ralph Sampson, Isaiah Thomas, Dominique Wilkins, and James Worthy. A lot of people forget about Ralph Sampson. Ralph Sampson is a basketball Hall of Famer. Again, just a reminder, it is not the NBA Basketball Hall of Fame. It is the James Naismith Basketball Hall of Fame. And therefore, Ralph Sampson's illustrious and preposterous and otherworldly college career is included, and that gave him the nod. He was also a 4-time NBA All-Star. His first 4 years in the league, he made 4 All-Star teams. Then injuries derailed his career. Some people think it was also partially disinterest. But Ralph Sampson is a Hall of Famer as well, and his Hall of Fame rookie card's included in that list, but he's oft forgotten. So anyway, just wanted to give Ralph Sampson a shout out. I remember watching Ralph Sampson when he was in college. I was a little bitty kid, but my dad would flip on the game, and Virginia was a massive powerhouse back then. And Ralph Sampson was obviously the focal point of that Virginia college program at the time. But Michael Jordan is card number 57 in this set. Anybody who's ever collected any cards whatsoever know this is the most fake card in the world. It's probably the most recognizable basketball card in existence, if I had to guess. Again, I don't think I'm going out on a limb saying it's the most recognizable. I'm not saying it's the greatest, but it is probably the most recognizable. If you showed this to somebody who had never collected a card in their life, they'd probably recognize it and say, oh yeah, I've seen that card before. It's unique, right? It's got the blue, the white, and the red border with the yellow outline, and so it's easily recognizable. The PSA 10s of this card go for anywhere from 190 to 240,000 recently. Obviously, the cards got as high as 800,000, and that was talked about ad nauseum for about 18 months, dating back, to the first quarter of 2021. So I'm not going to get into the pricing and the historical price changes of this Jordan number 57. If you polled 100 people, half of them would say it's too cheap, and half of them would say it's too expensive, and half of them would say there's too many, and half of them would say pretty soon they'll dry up. There's just a million different opinions regarding this Michael Jordan 1986 Fleer rookie card. It's a Pop 322 card now. So just keep that in mind. If you think that's high pop, great. If you think that's not enough to go around, that's great too. But everybody's got their opinions, I assure you of that. The stickers were inserted into this 1986 Fleer base set. There's 132 in the base. There's 11 stickers. The stickers were inserted, as I mentioned, one in every one pack. So no surprise there. You're getting a sticker every single pack. What you're also getting is a piece of gum attached to the back of that sticker, which can stain the back of the sticker, which yielded many ungradable copies. There are ways to remove those gum stains relatively effectively. You guys can Google and YouTube on your own pantyhose, different types of products to remove it. Some of it's just too deep that it can't be removed. You guys can go Google that if you ever wanted to open a pack, if you're blessed enough to open a pack of 1986 Fleer, in this ultra modern era, and you come across a sticker and it's got a gum stain on the back. Don't, throw it in the trash. There's ways to get that stuff off if you kind of do your research and do your due diligence, or just bring it to an expert and have them remove it for you. But anyway, what I'm getting at is those stickers always had gum on the back, and so oftentimes they were damaged. It made the stickers very difficult to achieve in a very high grade. But this 11 sticker set, which I will click on, is without question. I am going to go out on a limb here. This is without hesitation the most talented, quality, deep insert set of all time in any sport. That is just my personal opinion. You've got 11 players. You've got 11 Hall of Famers. 100% Hall of Fame rate. We always look at these insert sets and figure out what's collectible, what's not collectible. This is the most collectible insert set of all time, in my personal opinion. There are no imposters, as I like to reference. 11 for 11 on the Hall of Fame list. And depending on how you want to categorize these players in your own personal opinion, it can be argued very persuasively that 5 of the 10 greatest players that ever played the game of basketball are included in one insert set. 9 of the 11 players in this insert set, all but Dantley and English, 9 of the 11 players are part of the NBA's 75th anniversary team. Again, MJ is only 1 in 11 packs. That has got to be the most common pack odds that we've seen for any insert that I've done in these 40 episodes of Explore the Card. So the card itself is not tremendously rare. The card in the highest grade is rare. Supply for the card is obviously very, very high in PSA 9 and BGS 9 and below. But the demand for the card is obviously also incredibly high, which yields pretty high prices for these cards, which we're going to look at in just a second. Only one of the 11 stickers that you see on your screen here is over Pop 100, and it is the Michael Jordan, right? It's over Pop 100, and we'll look at that in just a second. Everybody who's been in the hobby for any number of years should know that Kareem Abdul-Jabbar is the linchpin for this great set. There was one just graded at PSA 10 recently, which yielded a total population of only 15 PSA 10 Kareem stickers out there. I recently sold my PSA 10 Kareem sticker on PWCC monthly May premiere auction, which you guys may have seen on some of my prior videos. If not, go back and check it out. It was an interesting time in my life and an interesting decision that I needed to make. But 5 of the 11 stickers are below Pop 50. Let that sink in. So in an 11 sticker set, insert set, top to bottom, 5 of the 11, nearly half, are below Pop 50 when in PSA 10. So here's a little trivia for you, and I'm going to let you guys guess. You can pause the video, or I'm going to give you about 3 or 4 seconds. Which sticker has the second lowest pop of the 11 in PSA 10 behind Kareem? Kareem's obviously the lowest at Pop 15. Which sticker has the second lowest pop, and what is that pop? Tick, tick, tick. Time's up. The Larry Bird sticker that you're looking at right here on the screen. Larry Bird sticker, PSA Pop 39, big time card, and that is the reason that card has twice sold for over $20,000 in PSA 10 condition. So there's a little trivia for you guys today. As always, I like to share with you guys what I own, so you know that I'm trying to be as transparent as possible. I am extremely biased when it comes to this particular sticker card that we're featuring today on episode number 39. I own a PSA 10 copy. I own 3 PSA 8 copies and then 2 PSA 9 copies. Every one of these Jordan 86 Fleer stickers that I own is part of a complete 143 card/sticker set, except for the one that you see on your screen. I recently liquidated my PSA 10 86 Fleer set. I decided to keep the Jordan sticker and keep the Jordan base number 57 PSA 10. So what you're looking at is my personal Jordan PSA 10 sticker. It's one of the best items that I have in my entire Michael Jordan collection. It made it easier to liquidate that set knowing that I was going to keep the 2 Jordan PSA 10s in my collection. It was bittersweet to move the set, but it allowed me to move those funds into some more expensive Jordans. But enough about me. That's what I have. I have a 10, 2 9s, and 3 8s. So just for transparency purposes, I am biased. I am going to go ahead and scream it into the camera. I'm biased. I'm biased. I'm biased. I love this sticker. I think it's super important. But I think there's a lot of super important Jordan cards that are out there that I don't own. So I'll try to be as transparent and straightforward as I possibly can. Here's a history of this PSA 10 sticker, and we're going to look at a little bit in a second, as we always do at the pop and prices table. But I wanted to kind of pull this up because this PSA 10 sticker has been on an absolutely insane ride. If we look at all time, the graph is just comical, right? Of course, but that's not unusual for Jordan cards over time. But let's go back just 2 years, just to September of 2020, which I think is just barely, post-pandemic announcement, post-coronavirus or whatever. If I recall, that was like March or something like that, 2020. But it was a $42,000 sticker at the time. It ran all the way up to a high of $200 and almost $30,000. Dipped to 192, sold again for 216. And then started a slow and steady decline to the point where it is today, which is, it's about a $50,000 sticker in PSA 10 condition. So I just kind of wanted to show you guys a little brief 24-month history of this sticker. Considering there's only 122 of them, 35, that's more than 1/4 have sold. That's almost 1/3 have sold in the last 24 months. I talk about this all the time, and other content creators also tend to focus on this. When cards come to market this much, because people are taking extreme profits. I mean, if you own this card, in 2019, it might have been a $10,000 sticker. I don't know. We can go back to it. But when a card jumps 23x, and you're talking about life-changing wealth and $200,000, $230,000 in your pocket, cards are going to show up in the open market, and even if you go from $10,000 to $50,000, that's kind of life-changing money. when your little sticker's worth the same as a BMW 5 Series, it's probably a choice that many people would choose to sell that card and go drive around in a nice new black BMW or Mercedes. So it's just something to keep in mind. But you know what? Now, maybe I should say a 3 Series BMW. I don't think you can pick up a 5 Series BMW for $50K anymore, not after inflation. But here it is. That's the sticker. I just want to kind of take you guys on a ride. 35 sales of a card that there's only 122 in existence. It's just too many. I think they will dry up. I know that's kind of the phrase du jour recently in the hobby. At some point, these are going to dry up. Everybody says that when they've got a card that keeps coming to market that they think should be worth more than it's selling for. But I really do believe at some point these are going to find their way into the hands of collectors or long-term investors, people who are not looking to make 10 or 20 grand, right? People who are looking to make 200 grand again, and if it ever runs up to 200,000. And when that happens, these will dry up, and the fewer that we see on the market, the lower the supply is. The demand will increase with that, and there'll be more people fighting for these cards when they do come to market. But 35 over a 24-month span is preposterous, and I don't think it will be replicated. Maybe I'm crazy and maybe I'm wrong, but I don't think we're going to see that over the next 24 months. I don't think we're going to see 35 sales of this PSA 10 Jordan sticker. That's just my opinion. So let's bring up our chart, give the people what they want. You guys love this, right? So this is the chart. Take a picture with your phone or hit print screen, whatever you want to do. What stands out to me on this chart? Let's just start and work our way left to right. As we've talked about, the PSA 10 pop is 122. Again, I want you guys to notice I've changed the categories. Normally we do PSA 10, BGS 9.5, PSA 9, BGS 9. On this one, I decided to go with the PSA 9 and PSA 8 because for those of you who are not familiar with this particular set, most people get these 86 Fleer cards graded by PSA. That's just a fact. I'm not trying to disparage BGS. You guys know I'm fine with BGS. But for this particular set, if anybody ever asks me, who do I need to get to grade my card? I'm always going to tell them PSA because set collectors collect the set predominantly in PSA slabs. And so for that reason, if you swing and you miss and your Jordan comes back a PSA 8, not that that's a miss, but you're going to want that card to be in a PSA slab because there's more people out there. In fact, there's probably 50 times as many people out there looking for a PSA 8 as there are looking for a BGS 9. I'm just going to tell you, that's just the way it is. When people collect this set and put it together, they do it in PSA, not in BGS, not in SGC, and certainly not in any of the other cursory grading companies. But that's the first thing that stands out to me is I changed the grades on the table. The second thing is the total number that have been graded by PSA. As I've said a million times, not the rarest card out there, right? Some people put these on their Trapper Keepers. If you don't know what a Trapper Keeper is, I'm jealous because that means you're young, but when we were kids, we had these little binders in school. It was basically just a binder that kept multiple folders in, and you could put your loose leaf paper in there. If you don't know what paper is, I'm really jealous of you because that means you're working from a laptop and you're being educated through a computer. But we used paper, believe it or not, from the Michael Scott Paper Company in Scranton, Pennsylvania. But a Trapper Keeper was like a little binder, so people would slap these stickers on their Trapper Keepers and show people, I've got the Jordan sticker. They put it on their bedpost. They put it on their wall. They put it on their hand and arms, whatever. I mean, when you're a little kid and you get a sticker, it's called a sticker for a reason. It sticks to things and you're supposed to stick it somewhere. It's sort of like the coating on Topps Finest. If it says peel me or peel here, then you peel it. Some people even refer to that coating as peels. So 17,175 is a gigantic number, right? It's still not, keep this in mind, it's still not Zion base Prism PSA 10 or Doncic base Prism PSA 10. Those aren't total graded, right? Those are PSA 10s. This is the total graded by PSA stickers. When you add it up, it's about 24,000 between PSA and BGS. That's a lot. It still falls well short of the 86 Fleer number 57 base Jordan card, but 24,000 is a lot of graded 1986 Fleer stickers. Now look, in that 24,000, I'm sure a ton of those, I shouldn't say a ton, but I bet you a very recognizable quantity of these 24,000 that have been graded are Kraken resubs where they just weren't removed from the pop report. So who knows how many times, I mean, if you get a PSA 9, which is worth $3,900, And at one point, the PSA 10 was worth $230,000. How many times is it worth cracking and resubmitting that PSA 9 in the hopes to get a PSA 10? I mean, I know people who have worse odds out there that gamble. But anyway, that's the first thing that stands out to me, is there's a hell of a lot of these out there. The next thing is in column percentage total. It's a 1% gem rate for a PSA 10. And it's an even lower than 1% gem rate. It says 0 because I rounded down, but it's an even lower percentage gem rate for BGS 9.5. So especially now, I can tell you based on my experience with PSA lately, you have less than a 1% chance of your Jordan sticker grading a PSA 10. I can certainly assure you of that, and we'll get to that in just a second in this far right-hand column. But the last PSA 10 sold for $50K on the nose. The last BGS 9.5, which is about 1/4 the population, sold for less than a half, almost a third. So that's something to keep in mind if you're one of those grade arbitrage people out there. Again, the one thing that I do want to reiterate to you guys is when people want these 86 Fleer cards, they almost always, not always, I'm not bad-mouthing BGS and I'm not bad-mouthing a BGS 9.5 copy of the sticker because it's obviously very rare with a 0% rounded down gem rate. But most people want these slabs and from 86 Fleer in PSA 10 slabs. So something to keep in mind, you know, that there's that big of a disparity between BGS and PSA. It's about 40%. The highest sale ever of PSA, we talked about it. It's an eye-popping, whopping, crazy $230,200. That's more than the 86 Fleer base is selling for right now. So Jordan's true rookie card, in my opinion, again, I got to put that asterisk every time I say it now, which is ridiculous, but the sticker sold at one point for more than the 86 Fleer true rookie base rookie card sells for in PSA 10 today, oftentimes. The card has sold 11 times in gem condition over the last 6 months. You know, the average price over the last 6 months, as you can see, look over here in this change in the last 6 months column that you see on your screen. The PSA 10 is down 44% over the last 6 months. The PSA 9 is down. The PSA 8 is down. All three are down about 40 to 44% each over the last 6 months. But check out the BGS 9.5 making a move. That card's only sold 4 times, so it's not a huge sample size, but that card is actually up 12% over the last 6 months. Again, it just depends on the beginning and ending data point, so it could look, you know, the graph may not look perfect, but it is something to keep in mind that it is disparately different from a percentage change standpoint than the PSA copies 10, 9, and 8. So something to keep in mind. The last thing I wanted to point your attention to on this table is clearly the change in the population. So this right-hand column is how many have been added to the population since April of 2021. So what is that like now, 14, 15 months, something like that we're going on. Only 2 PSA 10s have been added, which in my opinion is a lot and shocking. And then 0 BGS 9.5s have been added. But look how many 9s and 8s have been added. That's how many darts these people are throwing at the board hoping to get a PSA 10. I mean, there's 535 swings and misses on PSA 8s. And that's not including PSA 7s, 6s, and 5s, which most people are getting 7s, 6s, and 5s over the last 6 months. I can assure you of that. Anyway, so that's it for the table. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the table. Hopefully that's helpful. It's especially interesting with this one. You know, keep in mind there's 0 BGS 10s. There's 0 BGS black labels, not surprising. You know, 154 combined gems exist, but remember that's out of almost 24,000 graded by PSA and BGS. So just a very tough card to gem. If you've got a gem in your collection, it's probably one of the foundational centerpieces of your collection, or if you're looking for one, it will become that. Combined PSA and BGS gems over the last 6 months have sold a total of 11 times over the last 6 months. Let's keep rolling. What do we look at? Oh, let's look at eBay, as we always do. I want to buy a 1986 Jordan Fleer sticker. Well, surprise, surprise, you can go get one because, as we said, there's a zillion of them out there. I didn't even put in PSA or BGS. I just typed in 1986 Fleer Jordan sticker, and look how many results I got, 504. If I add the letters PSA, which is going to include a bunch of crap like PSA question mark, you get 254. If I add in BGS, you're going to get much fewer. 89. And so that's kind of getting to that point that I was trying to make where most people grade these things in PSA, not in BGS. So as you can see, a significantly larger sample size of options if you're looking to buy a card in a PSA slab rather than a BGS slab. What if you're one of those gamblers and you want to open a box? Good luck. You're not going to find one on eBay, not surprising. But I've been seeing these a lot lately on Heritage, Golden, Robert Edwards, Leland's, PWCC Premier, and mostly PWCC Premier, not monthly, but they're out there. Recently, there's been a little bit of a shady debacle that occurred when one of these was ripped at the National, and it wasn't necessarily a complete untampered with box. The cards seemed to be authentic, but they didn't seem to be in the proper order that they're expected to be in. And for those of you who don't know about that story, I'm not going to rehash it, but 86 Fleer cards were like produced and printed and placed in packs in a certain predictable order. So if you look at the top card, more times than not, you'll know what the remaining cards behind that are going to be. So if you look at the top card, you'll know if a Jordan's coming. Again, there is a reversal somewhere in that order that falls somewhere. It's beyond my expertise. I've never opened a pack, and I never will. And I've certainly never opened a box, even though that would be very fun for me. But apparently something happened at the National where a box had clearly been tampered with because the cards were not in the order that 99.999% of the time would be expected. But look at what this box has done, and it's only going to get worse, my guess, after that BBCE mistake. And for those of you, sorry, I keep forgetting, BBCE is a company that basically authenticates and validates the authenticity and untampered nature of sealed wax products. Wax products meaning boxes and cases. So this is Card Ladder provides this great feature where you can track the value of data points and sales of the 1986 Fleer BBCE wrapped and BBCE authenticated 1986 Fleer basketball boxes. And that's what I've got pulled up on my screen. And I've got it pulled up on my screen over the last 6 months. 10 of them have sold. One sold for $240 as recently as March 12th. The last one sold for $120. So half, right? There you go. There's your 50% growth rate. Yikes, that's really, really scary and really sad for whoever bought it at $240. But now you're looking at $120. I'm not a gambler. I don't think you're going to get like 3 Jordans on average or something like that and 2 or 3 stickers or whatever. That's great. But I'm not into gambling like that, especially the way PSA has been treating people lately. So am I a buy or sell or a hold? We always talk about that. I'm a hard hold. I am not looking to buy anymore. There's just too many 9s and 8s and 7s. And again, has the pendulum swung too far on the value of the 9s and the 8s? I don't know, maybe. But there's more entertaining, fun ways for me to invest my money than in those particular cards and those grades. So from an investor perspective, I'm done buying. And I'm also done selling. I'm never going to sell my for Cajun Eternity, I'm going to hold on to my PSA 10 base and sticker Jordan PSA 10. And I might move a PSA 9 complete set or do a set break. And I might move 1 or 2 of my PSA 8 Fleer sets and a set break, or maybe a lump sum if there's an individual buyer that approaches me. I just don't think the time is right now. So I'm certainly a hold right now. I'm not looking to actively sell those. Maybe if they start to run again at one point in the future, I'll look to move one of those 8 sets or one of those 9 sets. But for now, I'm going to keep those 5 sets intact. They're all sitting in my PWCC vault, so I don't have to store them anywhere or worry about them. I'm on hold, basically, is what I'm getting at. Are the cards low, mid, high, or grail level? Well, let's go back to our table. We looked at it, and I've already lost it. There it is. We've gone to our table. So the PSA 10 is clearly a grail level card, right? Grail level from the Cajun Cardboard channel means any card in PSA 10, in that particular grade that's worth more than $20,000. This PSA 10 sticker is certainly worth more than $20,000, and I don't see it ever dipping below that. Maybe I'm crazy, but I don't. I think it's probably a grail level sticker for Eternity or Cajun Eternity. The BGS 9.5 is really close. The last one sold 18,880. Comment below. Do you think the next one will sell in grail level over the $20,000 mark, or you think it'll stay in that high level, which is between 10 and 20,000? The PSA 9 and the PSA 8, as you can see on your screen, not low pop cards, 2,000 and 4,000 respectively. There's a population. So those cards are safely low level cards between $0 and $5,000. If you guys want to put or gals want to put this PSA, a PSA slab Jordan sticker in high grade in your collection, you can do it. They are not rare. You can always go get them. PSA 10 is another story. Have they been selling a lot lately? Yes, about one per month. Are they cheap? No, $50,000. Will they get cheaper? I don't know. Who knows? Let me know in the comments what you think. Is $50,000 too much for a Pop 122 Jordan 1986 Fleer PSA 10 sticker? I don't know. I feel like we're getting at least close to the bottom. But again, I'm optimistic. I am not unbiased, and I want that to be the bottoms because I own the card. So obviously keep all that in mind. What else could you buy with your $50,000? I have $50,000. I can choose between this 1986 Fleer sticker, or I can choose one of these three cards. You've got your 1998 Skybox Molten Metal Fusion Jordan. This is not the titanium, so this is just the serial number to 250 in PSA 10. You can use your $50,000 on the 1998 Jordan Ultra Platinum Medallion PSA 10, horizontal right there where he's pushing off on his old best friend Charles Oakley. Or you can look at the 1997 Metal Universe Platinum Portrait PSA 10, which is a gorgeous, gorgeous card and resembles, honestly, to be quite honest with you, the 1998 Skybox Molten Metal Fusion. Very similar looking cards with the pinhole die cuts. But those three are all around. Again, it's not perfect science, right? But those three are all around a $50,000 value. Which ones would I want in what order? Let's go back and take a look. Well, the Molten Metal Fusion serial number to 250 is a Pop 6 in PSA 10. The Ultra Platinum Medallion is a Pop 5 in PSA 10, and the Platinum Portraits is a Pop 17 in PSA 10, all around $50,000. And then remember, we've looked at our sticker, which is a Pop 122, so it's drastically different. But then again, 1986 is not the same as 1997 and 1998, so that's something to remember. And it's also important to remember this card right here you're looking at on your screen also appeals to set collectors, whereas the other one's not quite so much. Maybe the Platinum Portrait's a little bit, but these other two, not necessarily. If you're asking me in order, I always look at, could I go back and get the card if I got out of it? If I move this card, could I go back and get another one? Or could I just pick up another Jordan sticker for $50,000 at a later time? Again, we don't know what prices are going to do from here moving forward, but I'm guessing if one of these cards goes up in value, all four of them are probably going to go up in value because that's going to be kind of indicative of what the market's doing. So if you're asking me to choose in order, I'm going Molten Metal Fusion serial number to 250, card number 1, because it's a Pop 6 and because it's serial numbered. And serial numbered Jordans from the 90s in gem condition really matter to me. That's a huge, huge consideration for me. The Platinum Medallion is also serial numbered and also low pop. I just don't like it as much. I don't like the parallels as much as I like the inserts. And so I would probably go Platinum Medallion serial number to 99 PSA 10 next because of the preposterous pop. And then I would go Platinum Portraits third because it's Pop 17. And I am a happy owner of one of these cards as well in gem condition. And then lastly, I would go with our card of the day, the 1986 Fleer sticker PSA 10. Again, it's not like we're, it's like arguing who's on Rushmore for NBA basketball and you're insulting whoever finishes fourth. You're not. It's just you got to choose, and that's what I would choose. I'd go Fusion 1, I'd go Platinum Medallion 2, I'd go Platinum Portraits 3, and I would go Sticker 4. Let me know in the comments. I'm curious of what you guys would go with if you had to choose between these four in order. Where does this card fit on the Michael Jordan Cajun cardboard scale of Jordan card relevance? I give it a 9. It's almost as close to a 10 as you can get. If you want to build a complete Michael Jordan collection, you've got to have his 1986 Fleer sticker somewhere in your collection. Again, there's a myriad of factors, and this is not like a perfect 1 through 10 scale. It's certainly not based on value because you could pick up a PSA 8 for $1,000 or $2. It's like one of those cards, like how can you say that you collect Jordan inserts and parallels or you're a Michael Jordan collector in general if you don't have his 1986 Fleer sticker in your collection? I feel like you have to have it. I don't feel like it's even an option. Go get it in some grade. Get it in SGC, PSA, BGS, whatever. It doesn't matter. This is a must-have in every collection, just like I think his 86 Fleer number 57 is a must-have. I'm not saying you got to go out there and, take out a second mortgage on your house and try to get a, PSA 9 or 10 or whatever, but I feel like if you're a Jordan collector and you call yourself a Jordan collector, or if you've got that tag, and this is a video that's coming up soon where you're a Jordan super collector, if you're one of the super collectors of Jordan and you don't have a 86 Fleer sticker, then you're not really a super collector. And I know I just offended some of my friends that are in a Jordan group chat with me. They feel like the card is so high pop, they don't even care about it, right? It's not even on their radar. For me, it's on my radar. Like, I've got to have the card in my collection. So I meant no offense to some of the greatest Jordan collectors in the world. Guys out there whose collections dwarf mine probably don't own it. But the reason they don't own it is probably because they know they could go out and pick one up at any given time, which I certainly acknowledge. But anyway, I think it's a great card. I'm glad that we got to feature it today on our Explore the Card episode number 39. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Again, this one ran a little bit long. I like to talk about 86 Fleer. As you know, it is somewhat bittersweet now that I've moved on from my foundational centerpiece of my collection, the 86 Fleer PSA 10 set. But I got to keep my two babies, the Jordan 10 base and the Jordan 10 sticker, so I'm still content about that. I probably should stop talking about it because it was a big part of my 2022 hobby journey. But anyway, let me know what you guys think. Comment below what you think about this 1986 Fleer sticker, and if you've got any requests for next episode. I can't promise I'm going to do exactly what you request, but I have on occasion responded to subscribers by featuring the card that they've requested in the next episode. There's a lot that goes into this incredibly intricate Cajun algorithm that dictates what the next card featured on Explore the Card on these Fridays is. I just want you guys to understand that. It's not something that a non-Cajun could possibly comprehend. Anyway, you know I'm joking, of course. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. Keep collecting, stay positive in the hobby, and peace.